Do you want to improve the look of your handwriting when using a fountain pen? If the answer to that question is yes, join me in this video because I want to showcase some quick and easy steps that you can follow in order to do just that. Yes, I know it looks different, right? For those of you that know what we do here at PenVenture, this may look a little bit strange. It's a different angle of recording and let's change it up. Let's do something else. I know that you've been asking me to do a video on how to improve the handwriting when using a fountain pen for quite some time. I tried to gather some information on how to do just that because I'm not a teacher, but using my experience with fountain pens, with handwriting, I know that some of you say that I have a very nice handwriting. Not totally agree with that statement. I think there are people that write even more beautiful than me. I did some research and I came up with 6 individual steps that you can follow in order to improve the look of your handwriting. So the first one is pick up the pen/nib as last as possible from the paper. The basic principle behind cursive handwriting is efficiency due to the fact that we humans use all of the letters tied up into a single word. That implies that we don't need for a 5-letter word to pick up the pen from the paper 5 times. That is translated into a reduced time to handwrite that word, and this makes it much more easy to have a nice look on your handwriting. So practice picking up the nib as last as possible from the paper. This will help you in time to develop a technique and to find out very creative ways how to tie all of those letters without picking up the nib from the paper. That's the point. So handwriting is repetitive, and here we go to the second step. Being that it is repetitive, it's very easy to learn it. How? Well, using patterns. With cursive handwriting, everything is patterns and hand-eye coordination, with handwriting in general as well, because the fact that you exercise patterns can offer you a very high level of comfort when you write. You don't have the anxiety with every single letter when you write if you have a very good hand-eye coordination and you know patterns. When you practice and have a very good understanding of these patterns, it gives you the freedom to be creative, to tie up all of the letters in a word and to position the words in such a way, the angle, the handwriting, the flowing, the flourishings that you can offer to your handwriting. It's much more easy to do all of those if you have knowledge of these patterns. First, let's name the patterns, and we have the C pattern, short loops, long loops, medium loops, short upstrokes, upward curves, downward curves, and X. And when you master the C pattern, for example, you can use it for the letters A, C, D, G, O, and Q. Short loops, you can use it for E and F. Long loops, you can use it for B and I. Medium loops, you can use them for H and K. Short upstrokes, you can use them for L, J, R, P, S, Y, and Z. Upward curves, you can use them for Y, W, and V. Downward curves, you can use them for M and N, and then there is X. Practice these patterns on and on and on, because this will help you to focus on the quality of your handwriting than paying attention to every single letter individually. Okay, next on the list, number 3, and this is a mindset. And I need you to understand this, and if you have this mindset, for sure you're going to improve your handwriting. Do not expect everything to look pristine, clean, all of the angles, everything from the first moment to look perfect if you start practicing your handwriting with a fountain pen. We look at handwriting like an art form, an expression, but its reason, its principle, the thing that's sitting at its core, it's actually to send a message or to communicate a message when a reader is going to read that handwriting. Start by writing on a piece of paper all of the uppercase and lowercase of the alphabet, and also all of the numbers from 0 to 9. Like this, you can analyze if your message is going to be able to be read at all. If someone is going to watch this and if he is going to understand all of the letters, that's an A, that's a B, that's a C, that's a 1, that's a 9, he's going to be able to decipher the message, to receive the message. And if you find out that you are the only one that is able to decipher the message and to read the message, you need to practice that specific letter more and more, and to make it much more beautiful. But I don't think beautiful is the term that we can use here. Make it to be able for everyone to read that letter, that message, and to understand it. Then we can focus on form, how it looks, how cohesive is handwriting, all of the letters forming a word, connected, and all of that. But first of all is its functionality. The handwriting can be used to communicate and to send a message first of all. Now let's go to number 4 on the list. At number 4, I wrote here that if you want to correct your handwriting, start to write bigger in size. What I want to say here is that you can deconstruct all of the mistakes if you pick up a fountain pen and start to write a little bit bigger. When you start to see where you are screwing up, you can go back, practice that, and those fine motion skills can be applied much more easy if you practice them in bigger handwriting. And as a tip, if you are early in your beginning fountain pen journey, you can use broad nibs and a little bit bigger handwriting in order to find out where you are doing mistakes, and then you start to progress to much more finer nib sizes, and it comes with a beautiful handwriting as well. At least this is what I did back in the days when I started to handwrite with my fountain pens. I was aiming to get broad nibs. No one said anything about this to me, but I used double broads and broad nibs, and as I got into the hobby more and more, I started to go to medium, fine, and extra fine nibs, and my handwriting stayed pristine as well. Welcome back. We took a quick break because the camera was overheating, and looks like we are at the final step on this list. If you enjoy this content, if you find it useful, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to support the growth of the Penventure YouTube channel, go down below, subscribe. This will help me a lot. Turn the notification bell on if you want to see more quality content, and we are moving to number 6. It's very tricky even for me standing here because I'm not a native speaker of English as a language, and I'm trying to explain to all of you that are watching right now how to improve your handwriting in English, being not a native speaker of English. And I'm going to try to express myself as good as possible, and here I wrote something like this: always analyze how you practice your handwriting. Do not leave anything that's not looking the way you want, and move forward with your handwriting. If you write a sentence, practice this. You take a sentence and you go forward. Then you take a quick look what's not as you want to be, a word, a letter, a connection. If that is not okay, go down, write it again and again and again and again, until you reach a form that is what you want. Much more improved, clean, beautiful, and very elegant. Like this, you will find out that if you don't leave anything behind you which is messed up, you will always want to have that, let's say, ethic to write from the first time, correct, beautiful, clean, pristine, with the angles, with the connection, and all of that. And here is something that you can extrapolate in your day-to-day life, not only handwriting. Do not leave something unfinished or half done or done poorly behind. Take it back, then rethink about it, find a better way to do it, and go forward with the lesson learned. And like this, if you have this practice, you will not leave anything which is not desirable behind you. And this is something that you can take and use in your day-to-day life. Pretty much those are the steps. I call them steps. I don't know if there are steps. Some of them can be practiced. Some of them are just mindsets that you can use in order to improve your handwriting. Some of you already told me that I have a beautiful handwriting, so if it worked for me, I think I can take some ideas and extrapolate them, and to let you know how I did it. Then I have a very extensive knowledge of how the nibs are working, how the nibs are writing and handwriting with a fountain pen, handwriting, cursive handwriting, and I think that can be beneficial, and it's a nice way to go forward and have something on our channel that you can use at home to practice, and I hope this was useful. I know that everyone wants to have a beautiful handwriting, pristine and all of that, but I don't know if it's going to be as beautiful as a calligrapher, but at least we can try, we can practice, and at the end we can improve this version, and we can feel better. I think so. If you want to share your opinion, or if you have any other questions, you can use the comment section down below. Leave that comment there and I'll be quick to answer all of your questions. And if you like my content, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're looking for a next writing instrument, don't forget to scroll down a little bit. You'll find the details for our website, our social media accounts, phone number, email, anything and everything that you may need in order to get your next fountain pen. If you want to support the growth of the Penventure YouTube channel, subscribe. You can do that right now. Just click there, turn the notification bell on, and you will be notified whenever we have new content. Speaking about content, if you want to continue watching my videos, I'm gonna leave this right here. It's a playlist that you need to check. Thank you very much. I'm your host Amy, and I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.